EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
And that's definitely the way you get things started. That's the way it was drawn up in the locker room, in pregame, and everything. And they got it done right away, running the ball for a big game.
Graham going to set up to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Bucs are going to get it back here just past the 35. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And this is Simpson with a catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now it's Nix. He sets to fire deep. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders will take over possession here up at the 44. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Boy, somehow someone lost that running back downfield. He had acres of space, but this ball overthrown, and that's one you've got to be able to hit on.
Now Graham to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Rocky started throwing the football. He's missed now on his first 4 attempts.
I'm eager to see what his demeanor is going to be from this point forward, because the best ones, they missed the first 15 attempts, and they think they're going to hit the next 15. Let's see if he has that type of an attitude.
35 yards that time on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, here's Nix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they say it's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. A pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Hey, look at this defense. Now they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
3rd down from the gun, Graham. Finding his target is Trey McBride. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Again, it's Graham. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover.
He's got a man complete. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 44 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. And this is caught. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. 38 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. But Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick six.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Throwing after the interception. Graham, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Graham. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Escapes the defender. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you meant to the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, rather look at the defense. They came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn. That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Nix. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Trey Palmer, 42 yards. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Oh, this is blocked. Oh, the Raiders have it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry about it. It's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's why I was just going to say first quarter. We'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. They go play action with Graham. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On second down, they'll run it here. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And it's fielded at the 34. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Remember, on their last drive, they had that pass play for a touchdown, and here they come out firing again. This play's not quite as good in the end result, but still good enough for a quick first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 32-yard line. Here's Nix. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Back to the air with Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Throwing Nix. Touchdown! A great effort there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Buccaneers continue to pull away here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Graham will throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
This is taken in by McBride. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Trey McBride. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now down to 20. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Off the play fake. Nix. Open man, it's Palmer. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Nix to the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Wheeler. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. "43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Graham. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Graham to throw it. Touchdown, Raiders! Trey McBride, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Simpson. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw, escaping the pressure right. And this one complete to Simpson. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Again, he'll drop to throw. For the Buccaneer touchdown. Trey Palmer in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A final shot before break. Graham. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half. And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Nix from the shotgun.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Back to throw. Nix. Throw left side complete. That's Wheeler. And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Operating from the gun. Nix. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Nix looking to throw again. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Trey Palmer
from 3 yards out.
And the Buccaneers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. Touchdown! A big play there. 50 yards. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now down to 20. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Now it's Nix. And the Raiders have got him. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now Graham to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Graham going to set up to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on here to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They run out of the gun with Irving. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 31 yards there and a first down. On play action, here's Nix. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
To throw, here's Nix. Looking deep downfield. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. A great play there. 38 yards. And the Bucs are able to widen their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Miles Murphy make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the gun, it's Graham. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now Graham. He's going to let it go again. And now here's another interception. And the Buccaneers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
can't get away, and he's taken down. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 20. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Play action. It's Graham.
And his throw here is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Looking to throw. Graham. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bucs are going to have it here just past the 25. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped. Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here's Nix.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
Back to the air with Nix.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
To throw is Nix.
Buying time to his... Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Throwing Nix.
pressure. They got him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. 36 yards on the punt with no return. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this, and that's caught inside the 35. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get this all the way down inside the Vegas 20. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 64 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Back to throw. Nix. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Jordan Davis picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bucs, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.